Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you've been having a great RoboHead user conference so far. We love having you here. Converge is one of our favorite times of year, and we hope that you're learning and we get to share some stuff that you maybe didn't know, maybe stuff we've even learned this year. We've had some great sessions so far, especially the one preceding this. Thanks so much to Jim teaching us how to use ChatGPT to improve our reports so we can impress our higher ups or just even make ourselves look better. Gotta love that stuff. Anyways, again, thank you so much for being here. My name is Matthew Forbes or Matt Forbes. I'm a customer support specialist, and we're going to be getting into right sizing templates today. Before we jump into that, I would love to remind you that anytime throughout the session right now, please use that chat to ask any questions and engage. We love engagement. I'll be answering questions as much as I can, but we also have a few other RoboHead people here to answer any questions that I don't have a chance to get to. Even if you have a question at the very end, please put it in. We'll do our best to get back to you as quickly as possible. We want to answer everyone's questions, and we really love that engagement. So please, anything that pops in, just jump right in, and we'll be happy to help out. Again, another thing that everyone loves is prizes. So don't forget to make sure that you're getting as many entries as possible. When you are done with the session today or done with all of the sessions today, make sure you go in and review us on G2. As you can see from the slide here, just go to that lobby info desk and you can get some reviews in on these sessions. We love it. We love the engagement. We love the feedback. We always want to improve. And let's face it, it's fun to win some prizes. So please engage with that as much as possible if you can and if you have the time. And additionally, if you have anybody that wasn't available to come here today, or you're just seeing it for yourself and you'd love to share this with your team later, recordings will be available after the session almost immediately. They should be uploaded there for you. So you can always go to the agenda and get your access to those recordings. So why don't we jump right into it, right sizing templates. Basically what we're going to be going over today is making sure that we're making templates that are appropriate for our team and are answering everything that we need and addressing the needs of our clients. Basically, if you've ever wondered about the magic behind RoboHead templates, it's all about finding that sweet spot between flexibility and standardization. You want templates that are flexible enough to meet each project's unique needs while keeping things streamlined. Picture it as your secret sauce for project success. We're diving into the art of optimization, where your RoboHead templates become the backbone to make project specific magic happen, all while keeping things smooth and efficient. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into it. So let's go ahead and hop in. We're going to go up into our projects page. We're going to go over a few basic specifics here just to get into it and get you familiarized to make sure that you know what you're doing just getting into the project templates in the first place. As you can see, I'm here on my active projects page, and we have all of our normal drop downs that you're used to seeing. If you go up to the active projects, click down, go to project templates. Here you'll see we have some RoboHead specific ones and a few of them I've added in here. One of the general project templates that we have in here that is great for manipulation is we can go in and we have this general project template. This we find has helped a lot of people just get a jumping off, a nice diving board, if you will. This can show you different a few different steps and everything along the ways. And what's great about this is that you can use this as a template for your template, if you forgive me. So if that looks good, but you would like to switch it up a little bit, we can always go down and we can always copy as a new template. We can call this the new template. We'll just get in there and do that. The start date, we can have it be anything we need to be. This is going to be based off of what was already in there. If you need to change that up, this isn't necessarily needed right now. We can always go back in and add that. I do love having the ability to go in and change up everything once you are actually using the template to build your project. So if you want a planned start date and a planned end date, if you know the exact amount of time every single time that you want to have your project done, we can always do that. And we can put that in and have it as a hard stop. Or we can make it a little bit more free flow with things such as this. As you can see, we can copy tasks and reviews. If we had budgeted expenses, teams, files, which we'll get into a little bit later, tags, anything like that, we could also drag that over. But since this general project only has these two items, that's all we're going to be pulling over. So you can see that, and we can just save. Brand new template, you can pull it in here. Again, we're going to go over those add files in a little bit. Personally, I don't like to add a description, marketing objective, or anything like that to the template because it keeps it a little bit more free flowing if we don't have that information up front and it's added when the project is created. So as you can see, we don't have to fill any of this in if we don't want to. You can fill in as much as you want to. It's completely up to you, and that's what's so great about our project templates is they are custom to you. So anything that you need in there, we're going to be able to do it for you. We'll hit save. It'll take a second to load here. And now you can see we have a whole new template that we can go in. We can add in the predecessors, chain the predecessors if we need to or would like to. I personally like to work that way, but you don't have to. You could have, if you work in an agile environment, you don't have to have the predecessors in there if you want to be having things active at the same time, anything like that. So don't feel like you need to use that, but it is a really good tool. I love using predecessors, and I'll show that in a little bit. When you get in there, feel free to mess around. Make it work for you. That's what RoboHead is really here to do. Remember, we're a SaaS product. We're here to work around the way that you work. We have so many tools and so many different options to help you figure out exactly what you need and to make sure that everything in RoboHead is working for you. So let's hop back. And in fact, we can talk about a few different options for project templates out there. We have our general use templates, which we just went over. They're incredibly great. You can make them as uh, nailed down as much as you need, or you can have them as open as you need. You can have as many tasks, reviews, anything like that. Just make sure that it's working for you. What if you just do certain things daily or weekly, whatever you would consider a general use, go ahead and use that. But we can get to deliverable specifics, review templates, and we'll go over some file templates as well. Let's talk about deliverable specific templates. We have so many options out there, and we have so many teams within your group that are working within RoboHead, and we want to make sure that they're spending less time managing their workflow and more time doing the design work or whatever work they're doing to really utilize RoboHead to reduce time in the workflow. As I said, one of my favorite teams out there is a design team. Now, in design, they definitely don't want to be spending all their time in RoboHead. That's not the best use of their time. We should be making sure that the workflow is working for them and they can go out there and do all the design work and get any revisions out there that they need, anything like that. So, let's go ahead and hop back over to RoboHead and take a look. As you can see here in a second, I have all of our generic stuff that is put in there by RoboHead, but I have a few other templates that I've created as well. Up at the top, I've got my design template. I love this template. You can obviously make it work however you prefer. Uh, Utilize it, add in, take out, do whatever you need. This is a very simple version of what a design template could look like, but it can be very effective. So, as you can see, I've gone in and I've just done a basic assign an artist, do the design work, have the internal review, which you usually want to have going, send it out for the client approval, design revisions. We can always add in if you think it is necessary or if your team would prefer it. We can always add in a second client approval after this design revisions, which is always a great option to have. With that, we would definitely want to go in and change up our predecessors. As you can see, I've got them marked out here. I love predecessors. I think they're a great way to keep things in motion. I love working in a streamlined or waterfall version of a template. that may not be how your team works. Let's say you assign the artist and you want an internal review and design work. There could be a few different design work sessions in there. You might want some other people, and it doesn't have to be just streamlined straight down wonderful. You can always make it agile. So while I do love having in some predecessors, if your team works as a more agile team, don't feel like you need to use them, and add in more steps so that you can get to where you need to be. But again, we love that internal review. We get it switched over to the client divisions and then sent out to print. Such a nice, simple, easy way where we can go in, and it's a skeleton for what you need to work. It's so good for building out, adding more, taking off what you need. That's all we're trying to do here, is utilize the system to work for you so that you can have a base skeleton of what you need to work and continue going on and be able to be flexible when you're creating these projects. So, again, just a simple, very one, but it is so customizable. There's so many different options. We can add in more reviews, we can add in more revisions. We don't have to work with predecessors. We can always open up the due dates, even our descriptions and everything like that. So, while this is a great way to utilize this, don't feel like you're ever trapped in doing this. As we jump back over here, another one I wanted to take a look at is review templates. Review templates can be very helpful if you just have a team out there. All they need to do is just look at something and approve it. Sometimes it can be easier to have this as a separate project so you don't have to have it involved with your clients. One big thing that we love and find use out of is if you have any legal reviews. That's a big one for us. So we can hop back over and I'll show you how simple I have it set up. It does not have to be complicated. So we'll hop back over here. And we're going to go back to our project templates. And as you can see, I've got a legal review here. Very simple. We hop in. We just have three things in here. It doesn't have to be complicated. That's the whole point. We don't want your legal team to have to worry and get into the muck, or the people that are building out this project. You just need a review. So basically, all I have it as is upload files for them, send out the review to the people that need it, and then we just close it out and we can continue on with the next project. So super simple. We can always go in and add any more tasks or reviews that we need. Maybe our legal team has decided that this is not exactly what they need and they have some revisions that they need. Add in a revision step and a second review step. Nothing wrong with that. And then the last thing that we're going to go over today is our files and templates. I don't know if you know this, but you can add files to a template. Let's say that you have a specific questionnaire that needs to be asked to all of your clients before approval. Let's say you may have a style guide that everyone needs to follow. Super great way to have something out there already, so when you're building the project, it's going to have those items in there. So if we hop back on over, one last time, I promise. Excuse the delay there. Anyway, so we can go back in, we can create a new template here. We can also go in and modify the template. We just go in and we can go in and add a file. So I have anywhere from just one. It'll help if it actually goes in. Or we can also go in and add multiple. So really, it's here to work for you. If you need all of this in there, you can have it. As you can see, we're going to be doing some advertisements for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. They have a style guide out there, and all you have to do is hit save. If there's a specific file in there that you didn't want, maybe we can just get rid of that one. Completely fine, nothing wrong with that. And that'll just be saved on there. So every time that you're creating anything off of this project template, these will be already included there for you. Again, we're here to be as helpful as possible and create as little work as needed. Anyways, thank you so much for your time. Up next, we've got Willie, who is brilliant with This Is How to Remind You of My Pending Reviews. Thank you so much and have a great day.